So I thought we could just have a quick chat on what to do when things don't go your way. So I thought if I just break this down into how I feel about it, then maybe it'll be some kind of piece of information that you can relate to. So here's in my own life what I do when things don't seem to go my way. First things first, something doesn't go my way. I look for what's good in it. I look for the positive side of it. I look for what I can make this into in either some kind of educational learning experience, or I try to see how something positive has come from it or will come from it. And if I can't get something from that right away, then what I try to do is I try to look at something else. I try to look at something else that I did positive in my life, or something else that I succeeded at, or something else that has gone right, and I feel better about that situation. Now, that doesn't mean that I ignore what's going wrong with the current situation. If I have the ability to fix it, or in the future I might have the ability to fix it, then I attempt to fix that problem or issue when I get around to it. But this is just a way of not getting stuck in the negative thoughts before the patterns start to affect your life and make things seem more bleak than they actually are. Because most of the time, what we're doing is we're looking at the negatives and we're not sitting there and we're focusing on the positives. And that could be that there aren't many positives to a very bad situation. Maybe there's just a few little ones and you have to find those. And often we can't find those right away. So that's why I suggest look at other things that are going well in your life and be grateful for them. And that's going to help you just feel better. Feel better about the moment and the life that you're living and everything like that. Because, it's quite obvious that life is difficult and it's difficult for everybody. So it's easier for us to get along, and it's easier for us to create more positives when we are positive in life and we have a positive and optimistic attitude towards life, and we believe that we're going to be given these futures that are better than the way that they are right now, better than the current moment. So think optimistically and think positively, especially with the moment. And when something doesn't go your correct way, the way that you wanted it to go exactly, then don't get too involved with letting your emotions take control of the situation, because we need to put our head into it and we need to use our brain on either how to resolve the issue or how to appreciate other things and appreciate good things. In other words, what we want to do is allow things to go wrong in our life, but not let that ruin our happiness and not let that ruin the way that we feel towards the world, toward our lives. We don't want to sit here and wallow in our misery and feel like victims. We want to feel like we have control over our life, and we're not going to be able to have control over everything, but we want to feel like we're making decisions, we have control over life, and we're going towards a positive outcome. And sometimes things get out of control, and they're out of our control, and maybe they're out of other controls, people's controls as well. So you don't have anybody that can go to help you in the situation either. So sometimes a situation ends up being what it is, that something bad has already occurred, it's already happened, and we just have to accept that fact. We have to accept that things did not go our way, because that's the way it's going to be. Everything's not going to go our way, and we just have to move past that and not sit there and be upset about the things that, for one, we can't control, and second to that we're not happy about. So we can just learn to move past that by being more optimistic on other things, or being aware of the fact that we do have good things in our lives, and we're just not paying attention to those. We're not focusing on those in the moment. So what you can do is shift your focus and your attention from the things that's going wrong, if you're not able to fix it, because obviously if your car is steering the wrong direction, I mean, you want to focus on steering it the right direction because you can possibly correct that situation and make it better and not lose control of your car. And if it's out of your control and say the car has already crashed or the bad thing has already happened, then we can look past that situation if there's nothing that we can do in the moment and shift our focus onto something positive or something even that's not so great right now, but that we can make better or we can make more positive, or we can just increase productivity in our lives, change our focus, keep busy, and then you're going to feel so much better about the things that go wrong in your life. When you just take away the power of those things and give the power back to your happiness and to positivity and to love and to appreciation and gratitude, and when you put more of your focus on those things, you learn how it's easier to get over something, and just be a little more nonchalant about the things that go wrong in your life, not get caught up in those, and move towards a positive future.